Hey, welcome back to World Cleanup Day. We are coming to you live from Pristina in Kosovo, the capital of Kosovo, and we are here for the whole 24 hours live on air. It's been a brilliant show so far. We've met some experts, we've had some traditional Albanian dancing, we set a world record with a football and a guy changing his jumper, we had yoga, we have done it all, and now the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop, Paul Martensson. Paul, how are you?
I'm fine.
Speak into this microphone. I know you have a loud voice, but you still need a microphone.
Sure, thank you.
You are from beautiful Sweden.
That's right.
What part of Sweden?
West Coast, the gate to the world.
Nice. I was there a few weeks ago. I went to Stockholm and Gothenburg.
Nice.
Beautiful. I didn't get to visit your place, though.
Yeah.
I didn't get an invite, but that's okay.
No, next time you will.
But Paul is a world traveler. Tell us more about you, Paul.
Yeah,
For the
Paul,
people that do not
tell
know
us about you, Paul. You're a bit of an enigma.
We know who you are, but we want the people to know who you are, who they're dealing with here.
I'm
The man.
I'm actually started working with zero waste 15 years ago. And that's how I brought zero waste into Let's Do It, actually, when I met Rainer 2012 for the Rio 20 Plus.
Rainer, one of the original founding members.
Yes.
Rainer and Eva in Estonia.
Because I thought it was not only about cleaning up, we also have to take the next step. What's going to happen with the waste after we've been cleaning up?
You know, that's a really good question, because someone on social media yesterday sent me a message saying, Colin, I'm watching all your stories on Instagram from World Cleanup Day and the preparations, and we were boasting that 88,000 tons of waste was collected last year, the same weight as 9 Eiffel Towers.
9 Eiffel Towers,
So someone asked me, where does all that waste go?
Yeah, it depends on the country, because it's been taking care of the waste management system they have in the country. So if it is landfill, it goes to landfill. And if it's incineration, it goes to incineration.
So
but always we are trying to tell people that they're going to segregate it before they send it away.
And some people would watch this, Paul, and say, well, World Cleanup Day, it's all well and good. You're taking rubbish out of the rivers, but then some countries are just putting it in a landfill.
Back, yeah.
You're taking it from one part of the land and putting it in another part.
Yeah, basically that could be the thing. But I mean, we also try to segregate it, and it's better to have it in one place instead of 1,000 or 100,000 places.
And when you
or
say
a river or
segregate,
the
you mean
beaches.
split it up
Yes,
and recycle.
yes, because we, from the Zero Waste Movement, we don't talk about waste, we talk about resources.
Okay.
Resources.
Yeah.
Because that was the question I was going to make. What's the difference between zero waste and Let's Do It, or World Cleanup Day?
I don't know if the difference, but I mean, we are talking...
The intentions is the same, but I was asking, what's the difference between them?
But basically, Let's Do It is a cleanup organization from the beginning, but now they also implemented a Keep It Clean plan, which is a more sustainable thinking about the whole waste management system. It's not only about... Zero waste is not only about waste, it's about a more holistic picture, because if you start doing something that has to do with zero waste, when you come to segregation of waste and stuff, then you will see there is a problem. You start thinking about this problem, how you can take care of it, and what change you can do as an individual. And we start thinking about that, you also come into consumers, because you need to find out to see what is your personal consumption and how do you deal with that.
Are you zero waste, Paul?
I try to be a bit zero waste, but people always tell me, well, you fly around the world, what about the emissions?
Your carbon footprint. Is it true, actually, when I was in Scandinavia last month, I went to Norway, Sweden and Denmark, and people were saying there they have carbon guilt. It's a new thing in those countries, flying guilt, where people feel guilty for flying.
Because of the
I don't feel guilty, because I always sit on a free empty seat, because if I'm not there, it may be empty, so I take and fill up the plane.
So it's not, you don't build the plane and make the burning jet fuel engines.
That's true.
And you have to be realistic about it as well, because I know people say, oh, well, what about, the fact that I flew from New York here to do this show? That's a huge carbon footprint. But you still have to live your life, and you still have to get by and get around. I mean, it's an ideology that we can strive for zero waste. It doesn't. It can't be a reality for all of us to produce no waste. We will be producing.
Pollution of the air, as you said, it can be avoided only by planting trees, I would say. That would be another thing we could do.
And developing new aircraft that have lower emissions and new cleaner engines.
So that's our only way to fight.
There are, but I mean, we should not blame ordinary people. We should not blame them for having some kind of carbon guilt or anything like that, because
Yeah.
we are the humans. We are the one who's trying to do this as good as we can. We cannot be guilty to as a consumer.
Right. Otherwise,
that-
you don't live your life.
No,
You don't live
that's
your
true.
life. I mean, you cannot do all the traveling you do.
Paul, you cannot be an international man of mystery if you're going to be confined to one country, that's for sure, you know?
No, that's true. I need to go around because I've been in 100 countries for 10 years, and I love it because I've seen so many good things and bad things, and I have such a belief in humans because we are good. We have a one reason to be on the globe, because we want to live. That's why we're going to solve all these problems sooner or
Probably.
later.
People
Yeah.
are good no matter where you go. I
They
remember this time last year, this exact date in Tallinn, Estonia, I was sitting on a stage like this, interviewing you about zero waste, and you were boasting to me that you have different aspects of your life for zero waste, like you recycle so many things. These pants, are they new?
No,
They
they're
seem-
from my son.
They're from your son. Yeah, you take clothes from your kids.
Of course.
Nice.
So these are from your son.
Yes.
That's kind of
You
funny.
remember I told you about the underwear? And you
Yes,
said, no, no,
I
no,
was
it's
going to
okay."
ask that because when you told me your T-shirt and your jeans came from your family,
Yeah.
I said, "Do you take your underwear from your son as well?"
Yeah, yeah, it
Well,
happens.
listen.
It
It
happens
happens.
because they're fashionistas, you know.
You
They
take
buy
your
all this stupid Calvin Klein or whatever it's called, you know, and they pay immense of money for it.
and
I
you
got them
take
for
them,
free.
and you get them for free.
Yeah, sure.
Listen,
So
I
Paul
mean,
is
there is
wearing-
one thing here about these heads of these organizations and action, because also Heidi was telling me yesterday, she's the head of World Cleanup Day, and she said that she also reuses her stuff, like she brings them back. Like, let's say she's got a T-shirt, she probably cuts these sleeves, or she invents things. So she reuses. This is a good way to.
Yeah, I mean, reuse.
Something like that.
Reuse is to keep the item a little bit longer in the
Right.
loop. The problem with textile is that we don't have any kind of recycling. We can reuse, and we reuse about 10-15% of it.
Then they're
But
gonna
after
go.
a few months, it comes back into the loop, so we still have the problem.
Right, I know.
Well, Paul,
But as
before we let you go and we say goodbye, Paul, can you give us and people watching 5 points? If someone wants to be more zero waste, and they say, "Okay, I want to try and live a more waste-free lifestyle," 5 simple points that they could bring into their life.
Go home, take a look under your sink, and see what you can do better.
What do you
Uh,
mean? Chemicals
The
you
garbage
don't need?
that they have
The
under
garbage
the
is
sink.
usually
Oh,
under the sink. So
okay.
Maybe they can do
your
compost.
sorting, because for zero waste, it's always about segregation. Get the food out of the waste.
Right,
Then
you can
you
do
solve
compost with
50% of the problem. Then you can reuse, as we were talking about, and you can consume less, which is not the popular.
And be
if
thin
you-
like you and not have it like me. Right?
okay.
Consume less.
Actually, you know what I did recently? A pair of jeans, I live in New York, and normally if a pair of jeans wears out, like it loses the nice dark blue color, I would dump it and buy a new pair of jeans. And I have a housemate, and she works in fashion, and she said, "Why are you doing that? Give it to me." And I gave her the jeans. She filled the bathtub with dye, blue dye. She put the jeans in, washed it, put it in again, and I had a brand new pair of jeans.
I got a story similar to that. Today, this year, I need a pair of shorts because I see everywhere these young girls, they have shorts. And I have a pair of jeans. I said, let me cut them, but I don't know how to cut them, and I don't know how to make those things sticking out. So I was watching a tutorial how to do that, and I also started that. Maybe I'll continue.
So there you go.
reusing
There are
stuff.
ways of doing this.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
we're getting
course.
in.
Well, Paul,
So he said 3 things.
3 things.
He
Give
said,
us 2 more things.
Two more things. The one could also be that you are thinking, okay, not only about consumption, you have to think about the end of life of the product, so the product you are buying. And-
expiration date, you mean?
And think like, what's going to happen with this product afterwards? Okay, I can donate it. So I'm not sure about that reusing is good for the consumption, because some people, they can think like this, okay, I can buy this now because I'm going to donate my other jacket, so I can buy a new one. So it means I can buy a new jacket every year, and then I can donate the old one.
Okay, I see.
Maybe that is not good then.
Yeah. And your final point?
My final point is that if you are not for zero waste, how much waste are you for? You
Yeah,
have to think
good
about
point.
that.
If
So
you're
again,
not
it's
for
an
zero
ideology. You don't feel guilty if you're not zero waste. How close can you get to zero
Exactly,
waste? is the
because
question.
maybe that's the ideal, but
Yeah.
get as close as you can.
Yeah, I mean, zero waste is a long journey. and it takes time, but we're going to get very, very close to zero waste. And remember,
Hope so.
there is no a way, right?
No way.
And there is no such thing as a free lunch.
No such thing as free lunch.
And if you're not for zero waste, how much waste are you for? Think about that one.
Paul, thank you so much. Great talking to you. Put it there.
Thank you. Thank
Paul
you.
Martensson
Thank you very
from
much.
Sweden,
Thank
who
you.
is part of Zero Waste and Let's Do It and World Cleanup Day. Well, this is the World Cleanup Day show coming to you live from Pristina in Kosovo with Cullum and Goethe. We still have so much to come, but at the moment, we have the president, a president with a video message. Let's find out which president it is. Watch your screens.
He is ready to plant his tree of the future. He is ready to participate for the future of Latvia and its heritage trees.
Latvia belongs to the future. Our planet belongs to the future.
Come and join us on 21st of September across Latvia and the world.